Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Liz of LaDenser, and in this tutorial we're going to make this bralette. As you can see, this bralette is made as one large piece. It's not like the normal bralettes where you do two caps and then you attach them. We're going to be doing the two caps concurrently, and then we have a drawstring at the middle of the caps to draw them that part together, just like that. So you can wear it drawn together, or you can wear it like this. So you can convert it into a halter top. I'll be showing you how to do that. If I don't get to do that in this video, I'll be leaving a link to the next tutorial that will be showing how to do the halter top. Kindly subscribe to my channel and let's get into the tutorial. The required materials are yarn. I'll be using robin for today because this particular shade of green is not available in the Winter King, and because this is a thin yarn, I'll be doubling my strands. Then I'll be using my 3.0 or the 3mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a darning needle for weaving in the ends, and a tape measure for taking your measurements, because you'll need to have your bust measurement in order to work this particular bralette. We begin by working the top part. So this top part is going to be our foundation chain, and regardless of your size, you're going to begin with a chain of 45. I have my 2 strands of yarn that I'm going to be working with, and I'll begin with a slip knot, then chain 45. I have my 45 chains and ready to begin row 1. And to begin row 1, you hold the 45th chain and then chain 3 up. Then that is going to be our first double crochet of our first row. Yarn over, go into the chain that you're holding and place another double crochet right there, and that will be the second double crochet. And we're going to work a total of 20 double crochets into every next stitch. That is, each stitch gets 1 double crochet for a total of 20. So I already have 2. I'm going to do 18 more. I have my 20 double crochets right there. The next stitch is going to get a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull a loop, then yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. The next stitch, the next 4 stitches are going to get 1 single crochet each. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the next stitch is going to get 1 half double crochet. And now at this point you should have 20 stitches remaining, and each of those 20 stitches is each going to get a double crochet. So do 20 double crochets to the end of row 1. I'm done with row 1 and we're ready to begin row 2, and therefore we chain 3 and turn to begin row 2. The chain 3 acts as our first double crochet, and we're going to work an increase in row 2 in the first stitch and in the last stitch. So into this same stitch that we have right here, place another double crochet, and then we're going to work a total of 21 double crochets till we get to the middle part of our row. So I already have 2, and I'm going to work 19 more in order to get to 21. My 21 stitches, 21 double crochets are done. I'm in the middle part, and into that next stitch we're going to place a half double crochet. So where there was a half double crochet, we place another half double crochet. Where there were single crochets, we place 4 single crochets. So the next stitch is a single crochet and the next 3 for a total of 4 single crochets. Then after the 4 single crochets, we're going to have a half double crochet followed by double crochets to the end of row 2. 1 double crochet into every stitch, and at the end of row 2 we're going to make an increase in the last stitch. That is, we're going to place 2 double crochets into the last stitch of that row. I'm in the last stitch, and mark that this is not our very last stitch. We have 2 stitches remaining, and this is the last visible stitch. So be careful not to just work 1 stitch here. You're going to work 1 stitch into this visible stitch. Then the last stitch is on top of the 3 chains that we did at the beginning. So yarn over, go on top of the 3rd chain in that last stitch and place a double crochet. Then place another double crochet for that increase that we're supposed to work. And we're done with row 2. We're going to begin row 3 with a chain 3 and turn. And again, row 3, there is going to be an increase at the beginning and an increase at the end. And that means we're going to have 22 double crochets till we get to the middle. Then half double crochet, 4 single crochets, half double, and then 22 double crochets to the end. So we're going to work the same way we've worked row 2, with an increase in the beginning and an increase at the end. I already have 2 double crochets, so I'll work my 20 double crochets in order to get to 22. When I get into the middle part, I'll work 1 half double crochet followed by 4 single crochets followed by 1 double crochet, 1 half double, then 22 double crochets to the end of row 3, and they become 23 when you increase in the last stitch. Remember, the last stitch is on top of the chain 3. So do that and I'll meet you at the end of row 3. My 3 rows are done, and we're going to work row 4 the same way we've worked row 2 and 3. So this is basically 1 row repeat. You're repeating row 2 all through until you hit half of your bust measurement. So in my case, I'm working a bust measurement of 36 inches. So I want, my bust is 36, or the bust that I'm working is 36. You're going to take your bust measurement divided by 2. So when I divide 36 by 2, I get to 18. So 18 inches is what I'm working. And to know when you've worked enough rows, you're going to measure this, and you're going to measure this while stretching, and it should stretch to accommodate half of your bust. So right now, after stretching, it's stretching up to 13. So I'm going to keep on working rows till I get to 18 when this part is stretched. So keep going until you get half of your bust while stretching. Make sure that you're stretching, because if you don't, you might end up with a bralette that is too big. I've done a total of 9 rows in order to get to my 18-inch mark. Let me just show you. So you're measuring the bottom part or on the side of the last row that you've done. When not stretched, the bralette goes up to 15 inches, and when I give this a bit of a stretch, I get to my 18-inch mark. And that means I've hit half of my bust. So if you're working a bigger bust than 36, it means that you're going to do more rows. You'll do more than 9. If you're working a smaller bust, it means that you're going to work less number of rows. That is less than 9. At this point, I'm going to chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Then we're going to work an extension that goes to the back part of the bralette, just like I've done with the other one. So this is the extension that we're going to work on this side and on the other side. And to do that, I'm going to make a chain of 10. So if you're a size small to medium, you can work with 10. If you're size large to extra large, you can work with 15. If you're 2XL, you can work with 20. So for my size, which is a small, I'm working 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 chains. And then we're going to reattach at this point where we've cut the yarn, and we're going to reattach with a double crochet. So yarn over, go into that first stitch with a double crochet, and we'll work an increase at that point, another double crochet into that first stitch. Then each of the other double crochets till you get to where the half double crochet is going to get 1 double crochet each. So each of the stitches till you get to the half double crochet stitch, place 1 double crochet. So if your bust is less than 38, just do 10 chains. If your bust is between 38 to maybe 44, do 15. If your bust is larger than 45, do 20 chains, just to make sure that it fits well at the back part of your bust. So I'm just working my double crochets till I get to the half double crochet mark. That was my last double crochet. So the next stitch is going to be a half double crochet followed by 4 single crochets. Then the next stitch is going to be a half double crochet, and then double crochet to the end. At the end, make sure that you increase, and then after increasing, you're going again to chain the number of chains that you've chained on this other side. So if you did 10, you're going to do 10 chains on the other side. If you did 15, you'll do 15 on the other side. So just 1 double crochet into every stitch. In the last stitch, we're going to work an increase just like we've done in the first. So mark that that's not our last stitch. The last stitch is on top of the chain 3 stitch. So go into that stitch with a double crochet, and finally with another double crochet. Then we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is what you should have at this point. An extension on this side and an extension on the other side. That was my row 10. To begin row 11, I'm going to hold the 9th stitch. I've done 10, so the 9th one is this one, and chain 2 more. Then I'm going to go into the 9th stitch with a double crochet. This is row 11 in my case. And then every chain is going to get a double crochet. So up to this point, you should have a total of 10 double crochets. And now we're going to work the same way we've been doing. We work our double crochets. Once we get to the middle, we're going to have 1 half double crochet, 4 single crochets, half double crochet, then double crochets to the end. On the chain on the other side, you're going to work 1 double crochet into every chain. So work this row, and I'll meet you once you're done with the row. I'm done with that row, and this is what I have at this point. And now we're going to begin the next row by chaining 3 and turn. Then in this row there'll be no increase. We're just going to be working 1 double crochet into every stitch till you get to the middle of the bralette, and then work the half double crochet, the single crochet, the half double crochet, and then 1 double crochet into every stitch to the end of the row. So this is very simple. We're going to do a total of 5 rows of extension. I've already done one. I'm in the second one, so I'm going to do the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, placing just 1 double crochet into every stitch that has a double crochet. And then my yarn is tangled at this point, so I'm going to untangle it, and I'll do my next 4 rows. Then I'll come back once the rows are done, and then we can continue from there. This is how my bralette looks like after the 5 rows extension, and at this point we are done with the bralette. And we're going to work an edging on the sides that's going to create the loops through which you're going to attach the strap. So to do that, we're going to chain 1, and I've turned to this edge, and into each of the double crochet rows I'm going to work a single crochet, 2 single crochets. So the first one, 1 and 2, that's the second, then 1 and 2 into the third, 1, 2 into the fourth, 1, 2 into the fifth. At this point you should cut off the yarn and then attach it on the other side at this point, and work the 2 double crochets into each of the double crochet rows. I'm not going to do that because I want to work an extension to this bralette in order to make it into a halter top. So I'm going to explain the details that you need to complete the bralette using the other bralette that I've already done. So I'll set these aside, but before then let me just show you very quickly. So after working this edging on both sides, you're going to create loops. So you're going to have your strap on this loop and on this other loop. Same applies to the other side. Then you're going to attach your yarn at this point on top and work a chain of 120. Then attach it on this point, work another chain of 120, and that will give you the straps that will tie the bralette on top of your neck. Then the other straps will be for tying the back part on your back, like that. So let me just show you. So after completing this bralette, I worked the straps. So there's this strap and this strap on top. Then we have the loops that were created at the back, and then at this point I worked a chain of, you can work a chain of between 150 and 200, and you'll strap it on at this point. So I put it through the first loop on one side and the loop on the other side, then crisscross and put it through the loops on the bottom of that extension. Just like that. And then there's this strap in the middle. So for this strap I did a chain of 100 chains. So this is how our bralette look like without this chain. And then I got the yarn needle and put the strap through. Then I attached it at the middle part on one side, the side that had the half double crochet. So I just go like this, putting the strap through till I get to the top of the bralette. Like that. And this is a chain of 100 chains. Then I went on to the other side by skipping 2 stitches. Then I'll start weaving it in all the way down to where I attached the strap. So it's as simple as that. And now these straps helps you to draw that middle part together like that. So you can decide whether you want to draw it or you want it extended. It's all up to you. So that's what you're going to do to your bralette. If you want to stop at the bralette, then these are the additions that you're going to have on your bralette. Now for this one, I'll not attach the straps yet. I'm going to extend it into a halter top. So thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this tutorial. If you like the tutorial, kindly give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. And if you would like to make the the halter top, stick around, hit the notification bell so that you get notified once I upload the tutorial to the halter top. It will be an extension of this particular tutorial, so you'll need to have made the bralette in order for you to make the halter top. So thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, and see you in our next tutorial. Bye.